money, go play with your kids. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know.
We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. You look at the Celtics.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
And here is Fox, following Jaylen Brown's three. Here's Castle. Just 5 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Outside for Wembanyama. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the paint. The Celtics working the ball around now. Down low. Outside for Porzingis. Pass to Brown. For three. And the Celtics another three.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Fox feeling it out a bit. And Brown over to help. Here's Castle. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Outside Tatum. Sweet move. No good. Good defense by Wembanyama. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 1. And it's Fox with the jam.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Left side, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Boston with another.
Has confidence all over the court. No shot Brown won't take.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Fox. Rebound, Boston. Left side, Brown. Screen by Porzingis. Inside. Good defense by Wembanyama.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Fox with the steal. Shoots the three. Buries it from three-point range. Castle's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Spurs. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. play will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 2. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Wembanyama, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Porzingis. Brown outside. Here we go, all alone. And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jumps.
Boston on D. Now Vassell, guarded by Tatum. Johnson outside. 5 on the clock. Castle misses. Here's Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
A multi-talented swingman, Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. It's Brown on the wing. Sinks that one from the post.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Castle. 6 points for him. For the 3. To the left wing. And Boston with the rebound. And Tatum puts up a deep 3. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Porzingis with the steal. Pushing it up. And he slams it down right on top of Keldon Johnson.
Dominant play by Kristaps down in the paint, mixing it up with the defense.
Celtics passing it around. That one goes in. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside for Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Outside Porzingis. It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Outside Turner. Pass to Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Tatum. Pass to Turner. And slammed in by Turner.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Here's Sohan. Stolen by Tatum. And another fast break chance here for the Celtics. Here we go. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Vassell.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Boston leading by 12. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Clock at 6. Pass to Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson looking to make plays for others.
And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That is his first foul of the game.
And clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Here's Pritchard. Now here's Turner. Here's Shireman. Still yet to score. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen, going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Shireman to the wing right side. Pass to Turner. Up again. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 8. It's Vassell on the wing. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Spurs making a switch here. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the middle. The kick out to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 8 points.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Porzingis comes with the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Pass to Brown. Tatum a screen. Outside, Porzingis. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Here's Brown. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 9.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Brown with the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 9.
When Brown has the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous in the two-man game.
Right side, Fox. To the right side. A 3 from Wembanyama. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Fox. 1:21 left here in the second. Wembanyama outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Now Fox. 4 on the clock. And here's Collins from outside. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Back to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to White. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. 11-point game. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Over to the wing. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen. Right wing. The wide open look here for Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Holiday has it in the corner. White, wide open. He fires. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics leading by 15. Pass to Tatum. Fox with the steal. Here's Castle. White covering. Back to Fox. Kicks it out to Collins. Wembanyama, a screen. Taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Stops. Pops. Tatum no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Vassell. Outside Collins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Collins has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Spurs. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
A very athletic play by Brown. Getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama outside. Here's Castle. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Castle's got 12 in the game. Brown with it. He's got 13. And finished off by Brown.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Now, here's Fox. And finished off by Collins.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. It's Brown on the wing. Back to White. Out left of the wing. Clock at 4. Here's Shireman. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 15.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's White. Pass to Shireman. Back to White. Over in the corner, Brown. And finished off by Brown.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is at it again.
Here's Fox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Driving to the basket. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And Fox gets it to go.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Short trip to the rim for Wembanyama. That's a nice finish.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Inside. Out to Turner. Drills it from outside. Turner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Loved seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Castle. And Wembanyama with it.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
.50 seconds left to play in the 3rd.
Second team foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here is Brown. 19 points in the game. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson.
These are the little nuances in Brown's game. He has become an elite scorer.
And he's good on the second. Spurs trail by 13. Pass to Castle. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Castle. He's covered by Brown. Here's Castle. 12 points for him. No good that time.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game. And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball.
Pritchard. Gets it off. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Spurs trail by 13. Van Vliet outside. Outside, Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Sohan with it. For 3, Van Vliet. And Shireman pulls it down. Celtics leading by 13. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, Tatum read the floor and fed the best guy he could find.
Pass to Van Vliet. Now Fox. Back to Van Vliet. Lets the 3 fly.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
To the inside. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Turner. Right through the D for the layup. And the Celtics lead by 17.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Barnes. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The Spurs making a switch here. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
On either side of the pick and roll, Tatum is a real threat.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Holiday. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Right side Tatum. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Tatum. A 3 from Porzingis. And another miss by Boston.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Castle. Going inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Out to Turner. Down low. And Turner throws it down.
The effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
Here's Fox. And the Spurs scoring again.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Back to Holiday. From downtown, over in the corner, Brown. Back to Turner. Pass to Porzingis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And that's the other facet to his game. Porzingis forcing the issue inside, making the defense make mistakes.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Wembanyama looking it over. Right side, Fox. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
This is the thing about Fox. He has the length to do damage on the inside.
Left side, Brown. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 19 points for Porzingis.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. 1:33 left in the fourth. Three-pointer, Fox. He misses that time, but only 5 misses in his 11 shots from the field as he's 6 of 11. Out to Porzingis. Back to White. Pass to Holiday. White with it. And here is Tatum. He's guarded by Collins. Shot clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Spurs trail by 13.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Celtics.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Third team foul.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Spurs foul. Fred VanVleet. Second personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2.
That one is no good.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Back to Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
What toughness from Johnson in the paint, sticking with his shot and drawing the foul.
At the line for the Spurs.
And both free throws good for Johnson. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Pritchard. That's short off the rim. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more